10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome finally here to this best of 3 in the ESL One Frankfurt EU qualifiers. My name is Dragon Drop, happy to bring you this best of 3, and while I do not have a co-caster, I am joined by Bono on stats, so he will be feeding you with some small little tidbits of information up in the top right corner of the screen as soon as the match actually starts. But yeah, Team Finem, pretty successful recently here, same for Team Spirit though, so should be a fairly good matchup. Also considering that the last two times these two teams matched up recently always ended in a 2-1 for Team Spirit, so wouldn't be too surprised if we see something similar right now. In terms of how they got here to this lower bracket match, and by the way, lower bracket does mean elimination, so there's still quite a bit on the line here. At least if these teams want to make it to Frankfurt. Finem lost to Empire in the first round, dropped down to low bracket, and won 2-0 against Polarity, 2-1 against Alternate to get here. Whereas Team Spirit, they won against Diggity in the upper bracket, then they lost to 0 to Vega. So that's what you're looking at here in terms of the road so far. Let's talk about the draft here. Team Spirit picked themselves up the Enchantress plus the Beastmaster in response to the Nature's Prophet. So fairly standard so far, but looking a bit at the recent pickups here of these teams in Skylark in the last 25 games. Actually, no, in this patch, Skylark has played Nature's Prophet 10 times with a 7-3 record, so not too surprising to see Finem pick that up immediately. Team Spirit though, Poker, the IO hasn't been banned, and might see that now in the second phase. Actually, I also wouldn't be too surprised to see them pick something like that up. Obviously, with the Enchantress and the Beastmaster, you kind of have your offlane taken care of already. The Beastmaster taking up that role with the Enchantress in the roaming 4 position, more than likely. We might as well see the Enchantress aggressively jungling as well, helping out the Beastmaster. All of a sudden, it's absolutely obnoxious. And Finem though, with a similar setup, right? You have the Nature's Prophet, then you have the 4 position Doom, by the looks of it now, unless they want to swap that out with the Nature's Prophet full-time jungling, which is a bit too greedy, I want to say. Kind of like to have the Doom in this kind of position. That's a bit of a duo off-lane on their side as well. Quite hard to deal with here between the right clicks and the harassment from Nature's Prophet. Also coming from the trees, and Doom finds himself a good creep, like the Satyr. Then it's actually very hard to deal with, right? You can't really trade hits because of the extra health regen, making sure that their Slayer is absolutely sustainable. We'll find out what happens as Spirit take out the Oracle, so that pesky little support that can turn an initiation around pretty damn quickly here, if you consider the Beastmaster blinking in and roaring someone. All of a sudden, False Promise comes out, and oh, you're the ones in a bad position. You're the one in bad position if you're Team Spirit. So I can definitely understand that. The Puck also taken out, which is the hero that has come back into the meta quite a bit recently, but I'm not sure if Team Spirit actually have ran that recently. Not a whole lot by the looks of it. So maybe just I'm worried about that silence. That they want to pick up a bit later. Some sort of Ember Spirit. Or probably not, I don't know.
5 seconds remaining.
We shall find out. They also banned the Chaos Knight, which is interesting to say the least. Normally that's a hero that you ban if there's already Wisp picked up, but with that still being in the pool and that Finem not wanting to put a ban on that, Team Spirit have the option to go back for that kind of a lineup. Have some sort of Wisp +1 in this either in the safe lane or middle lane. And try and run circles around that Finem really. To Nature's Prophet, they have a bit of global potential and a split vision potential, but pick up a Wisp now, then you take that out of the picture for the most part, or at least make it much harder. So gonna go for the Invoker now. Once again, not too surprising. Iceberg is 24 games on that one dispatch, 11 and 13 records, so not the best on paper, but still, so he's quite comfortable on 0, no matter what. Finem, I mean, I think they should have known something like this would be coming. What is the response? They are still gonna go for the Witch Doctor now, so that's solid support. For the lane, gives you that sustain during pushes later on with the heals. Cast is quite decent, especially up against Enchantress creeps and the Beastmaster. Makes it a little bit harder. Or put some more pressure on the Beastmaster in the offlane as well. To micro properly, or else he gets just chain stunned between them, one of his summons and himself. And obviously the Death Ward later down the line, one of the can have a very big impact on that supporting position. So at Finem they
5 seconds remaining.
still pick up something like a disruptor if they're looking for more teamfight control, because right now all they really have is single
Reserve
target
time.
and not all that reliable in terms of stuns here, but if you just consider the cask. Sprout not really an actual stun, Beastmaster can take out that quite easily. Doom obviously only having that mini stun, plus the Doom itself can be super useful up against Invoker in particular. At Finland they're also looking for middle lane up against the Invoker, more than likely. It is still Death Prophet in the pool. With the Zeus banned now, it's probably a likely hero. Still a Queen of Pain, which I haven't seen in a while. I think they run quite decently. Outside of that, and most picked heroes, I don't see any mids that are still left. No, actually, I'm looking at the wrong
10
page.
seconds remaining. Reserve
But
time.
yeah, my money would be on a Death Prophet there for Thug.
Radiant team pick.
Or the Viper if the one goes, super annoying, but... There's a Disruptor for Team Spirit instead, so... Fun hero to watch. Quite useful in this game as well, I want to say. Let's try and catch out a Nature's Prophet. With that long range. Glimpse in general is super useful. No obvious synergies here outside of Team Spirit just yet. Outside of the Invoker, perhaps, kind of able to make use of the fact that Disruptor maybe catch up a couple of heroes inside the Static Storm. But if Team Spirit can get off the ground quickly early on... It didn't just wake up, dude. Where did you get that from? I don't know. Just looking at chat, it's probably a mistake, but hey. What was it saying? I have no idea. Generally, with a Disruptor, what you want to do is to have your team ahead. So if you're able to strike fear into the enemy to make them run away from you, then you're always going to get that free pickup on the back of the glimpse, and that's where Disruptor really shines. Whereas if you fall behind, which you definitely can, depending on whether the Doom and the Nature's Prophet can really dominate the lane, and whether the Witch Doctor can help stabilize its safe lane. Also depending on whether the Death Prophet has an easy time, which she really should early on, unless there's some really early rotations from the Enchantress coming in to help out the Invoker, but Invoker needs a couple of levels to really match up well one-to-one against the Death Prophet, where you can start turning around a lot of harassment with your Forge Spirits as well as the Cold Snap. Okay.
Radiant team
Bit of an extra push strat now. Extra push coming out from Team Spirit. They'll pick up the Lycanthrope. Bit of a pocket strat, but I love seeing that hero every once in a while. Tear through towers as well as heroes extremely quickly here once he has his core items, namely the Blades, perhaps, that most likely can still go for, obviously. As well as the Necrobook. And hard to lock down once again. I mean, especially with no real hard stuns on the side of Finem. Its Prophet Sprout could be an issue, but Lycan's probably gonna hold on to a Quelling Blade for a long time. Outside of that, all you really have is the Doom, but once Lycan gets his ultimate going, he's not really going to care about the Doom. He's just gonna run away anyway. Just gonna have to catch him before he gets that out. Gyrocopter also not really helpful, so I can definitely see that Lycan just literally run around in circles and Finem not really able to do much up against it. That being said, AF, they have a pretty solid lineup in and on itself. They've got themselves an extra AoE and carry potential with the Gyrocopter. They have a lot of straight up man fight right now. Death Prophet, Gyrocopter want to go in, take these extended fights, Witch Doctor's gonna help them sustain through that. Same for the Doom, who can go for the mechanism, who can be that carrier. And all the while Nature's Prophet, he can just beat it +1 early on in the fight to kind of tip the scales a little bit, or he can just take the time to split push in side lanes. This will gonna have to account for that, but I just do worry that Spirit, they're just gonna be able to run right over them. They have decent starts in lanes. Lycan gets off the ground, just be at a point where we can explode, start taking not just towers but also people. No one really being able to lock them down, and also the Roshan. They're on the dire side, have a bit of an easy access towards the Roche pit. Curious to see how Finem react to that. But yeah, so we have that quick pause coming out as a standard. Just make sure that everything is in order. Let me welcome you guys once again to this best of 3 here in the ESL One Frankfurt qualifiers. It's a low bracket match, so the loser is out. The winner will move on to face the winner of, I believe, Diggity versus Navi. My name is Dragondrop, bringing you this match alone, but not quite alone. I'm joined by Borna. We popping up stats every once in a while. Alright, so looking at these lineups, I'm gonna need another minute by the looks of it. Instead of Mushroom Head Prophet, it is. If you've watched any sort of fails videos, then there's always a Mushroom Headed Prophet involved. I don't know how much it does for your confidence if you're an AF fan, but in terms of lane, it should be fairly standard here. Spartan in the 4 position, kind of roaming around, maybe juggling up a little bit, looking for opportunities where he can find him, and that, what the hell? That is the stream dying. Okay. Testing, okay. Stream died for a moment, no, what the hell? Alright, let's try this again. Please, Twitch. So far, so good. Luckily, we haven't missed anything just yet, and let's hope that the stream doesn't just end up dying on me every single time. That would be unfortunate, to say the least. But, as I said, nothing has happened yet. Just tuning in, welcome. My name's Dragondrop, and by Bono on stats, and this is at Finem. We've got Spartan playing the Doom, looking to roam around in a 4 position. We've got Thug on that Death Prophet. In that mid lane, obviously. Maybe next time playing the Witch Doctor. We've got Madara on the 1 position gyrocopter. Least Skylark holding the Nature's Prophet in his hands. The power of Split Bush is at his fingertips. And he's going to be taking over that offlane position. On the other side, we've got Team Spirit, Illidan in the 1 position here, playing that Lycan Wolf. Iceberg playing the Invoker in the middle lane. Go Black on that Enchantress jungler. Always want to fly. He wants to fly away on the wings of static.
The battle begins.
So a terrible pun, and I apologize, but yeah, he's playing the Disruptor. Netley's Vanek, playing the Beastmaster in the offlane. But he has that Iron Talon, so he gets pressured out enough, then he will probably be able to farm up this camp. He is actively protecting it. But we want to think about going up to just place a Warden to block that off, so Vanek doesn't have that capability, but so far so good. We'll have to spend more time committing for it. Same time though, Vanek, as long as he defends here, he's gonna be in lane, but looks like he's resigned himself to that possibility and that fact. He's gonna have to do that. And well, the top, Skylark is just being annoyed, as you would expect. I just want to fly here with the Thunderstrike level 1. Not gonna have the glimpse for a while, and I'm just worried about these Treants chipping away at him. He's kind of decent enough support to be able to do what they need him to do here. Just keep Skylark away from Lycanthrope. Also in the draft, 7 wins and 3 losses in this patch. So probably not wanting to give that guy too much space, and yeah, so you always want to fly. Do his thing. Disrupt a pretty good lane support up against solo offlaner. Anything else really any more than that, and things look a little bit differently. So I'd actually like to see the Doom rotate up there, try and see if he can make anything happen up against this. Now it's just trying to leave some experience off Vanek. Middle lane, TP in, Iceberg, he's actually dropping super low. Skylark doesn't have the Sprout available, but the right clicks and the and the Crypt Swarm actually enough to draw first blood here in the middle lane. That is uncharacteristic. I mean, I was talking about how Invoker needs some time to really match up 1-to-1 up against Death Prophet. but not much damage just means that he was out of position for just a little bit too long. Chandra's taken over a little bit and wouldn't be too surprised to see Godlike. Yeah, he's just keeping that creep in here for a while. Still has 4 charges in, but never mind, Spartan just comes up haste and walks in, needs to creep. And it's kind of a cheeky little thing that you can do if you're doing, especially up against a jungler who wants to go for these creeps to make something happen with early. So you don't have to search for them yourself. Oh, with that, it looks like he really wants to take care of Phonic. At this point, he should probably just go into the jungle himself and try and share with Godlike. The Enchantress up to maybe do a little bit more on the side lanes. We put on pressure on Skylark here. Now, speaking of Skylark, he's teleporting in again. Now Sprout again, but the bounty blocks are nah. The Spartan also rolling in. Spirit Siphon slowing him down further, and it's yet another kill on this Invoker. This is where you have to be super careful with your team Spirit. They cannot afford any more deaths on that guy. There's an Invoker who's falling behind. It's longer timing on his Midas. He wants to go for that. He most likely will. Point he's probably considering the Ring of Aquila, and just to tide him over. The longer that Midas is away, the longer it takes for you to get your levels, and the longer it takes for you to actually be relevant in the game. So, if AF keep doing that, then they should be in a decent position. Not just because they keep the Invoker down, but also because they bring Thug up here on the Death Prophet. Quick levels, quick heals, make sure that you're effective. So Team Spirit want to try and deal with that now. Nice little gank here, follow-up stun, plus a Sunstrike onto Thug. Spirit Siphon, not saving you up against that one. So Iceberg taking that one with the last right click. Definitely needed to get it back into this lane. Apart from that, let's look at the carries a little. Not too much pressure on top of him here, thanks to the zoning capabilities from the Disruptor. Skylark unable to really contest the farm as much. He has been able to get quite a few levels over now. The battle blocks from the Wolves attempted here, doesn't quite get them though. Now the Sprout comes out, looks back across to the other side, right into the center stomp. Soundstrike atop Skylark as well, he will fall. Nicely played there. From Stalker, man, strength of the Disruptor, you cannot run away from that guy. Meanwhile, mid Iceberg, yeah, there's a little bit of harassment, unless Spartan can make something happen. Outside of a little bit of extra harassment, doesn't seem like that could be the case.
You wanted that.
Same time, Phonic down on the bottom lane now, just trying to soak some experience up against the Gyrocopter. Doing so hard here, having been contested in this side camp farm as much as he did. On level 3, whereas Madara sitting fine on top of the last hit shot. 36, 40 last hits here after this wave. Obviously, it's gonna bode well for them. So I got level 6 now, so if he wants, he can start rotating as well. Use of the call down now, always want to fly, looking to try and deward here. His dedication to the cause, that probably he gets the deward, but he will give his own life for it. Lumps back, not gonna change that. But unfortunate, good positioning there though. Definitely like to see me in the cross on the other side, Iceberg caught with the Sprout, plus it's Bird Siphon now. And that should be him going down as well. It's a third death. It's not gonna be. It's not fun. Not fun at all. So look at this vision. Look at this warding from Finem. You dedicate not 1 but 2 observer wards, 2 fresh ones as well. More or less. I mean, this one was there from the beginning, but the other one on the high ground. It's a little bit fresher here, so they dedicate a lot to make sure this Invoker doesn't have a fun time. I think this is the way that you need to play it. So look at if you look at it, Panic also not having a good time on Speedmaster. He is still struggling to find his levels. The only one that's doing really well is Lycanthrope on top, and you can kind of afford to leave him for a while. And now Thug might be extending himself. Always want to fly with the static shield there on Spartan, try and keep him away. Now Sunstrike here, Coolsnap doing a lot of damage here. Make sure that he stays in range for Sunstrike. They'll get that kill. Now Iceberg once again caught with the crit swarm just at the very edge. He will give his own life for it. Cast just to keep the Force Spirits away by the looks of it. Pause being requested. Right. If you're a thug, if you're Iceberg right now, you gotta be tilted. At the very least, he got that kill on a Doom, he also got that experience from it, but he died again to Thug, who's level 8 almost now. So he can start considering about that first point up into the Exorcism, and as soon as his middle lane is being left alone, he can just pop there, do some damage to the tower. Or at the same token, he can start grouping up as 5. I mentioned Hamadara. It's also at that point we can consider joining in on team fights. Looks like they want to make a push happen here. Skylark first one to rotate in, spawns a couple of trains. And the Witch Doctor is going to rejoin in the party any moment. And unless Spirit rotates some more people in here, we'll be able to defend this. Maybe trade? Lytton's up top here, kind of rushing it out, but Spartan's matching him. So some experience of his own. Just gonna have to give this away.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Kinda like this. Kinda lack a bit of more impact from the Enchantress. Oblak has been farming a lot. I mean, sure, he's got 2 assists, so 2 kill involvements. But the way that, especially his middle lane has been going, I feel like he needs 1 or 2 more of that. So I haven't really been able to push out back of the creeps either, so... More of a greedy Enchantress. Too much wrong with that per se either, right? I mean, if you get your levels, if you get your gold, get your items up and running, you can start doing a lot of damage yourself later down the line. That's what the back on Iceberg though once again. We've seen this before. This never stops, he's left alone, no teleport reactions whatsoever. Then who can teleport to really stop this from happening? No one really. I mean, I was on a fly, like level 6 just yet, only to reduce, then swap back, and now Millen popped his ultimate on the face of the cooldown, slowing him down. But it will claim their top tier 1, a little bit of extra gold in their pockets, still useful for Iceberg. Who's slowly but surely trying to pinch up his Midas, but it's still hard. Only about halfway there.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
There's another tier 1 going down. Even without the Exorcism used, it was just brute force match for them. So far, so good. 5 and 16 on the Lycan though, and 6-1-8-6. It's good of a timing. He's got a complete free farm up top even now. This last hit are on par with the Jar Carter more or less. Even accounted for some of these jungle creeps and the Ancients. Yeah, that's the thing that you still have to be worried about a little bit if you're at Finem. The lack of disables up against this Lycan means that at some point he's gonna get some extra core items up. The Necrobook probably being the next, and still Sunstrike. They do track down a Nature's Prophet, so nicely done. Use a little kill, you have to look at the fight recap, that alone is a 600-700 gold change here. Beastmaster definitely been effective with that. He's level 6 now as well. Use the roll to make that happen. So definitely a statement saying, hey guys, I'm playing as well now. It's taken a while, but I'm here finally. The Iceberg, unless he gets ganked up again right now, he should be able to pick up his Midas within the next minute. You know, especially with the bounty on there it is now. So things starting to stabilize at Finem. They're still on timer, right as I mentioned. Make something happen. They find Iceberg again. Rune spots him out. Skylark will TP in. Nice little Sunstrike, and the Force might just be able to finish him off. Nice smoke. Charge some of the damage here. It will be popped immediately out with Always on the Fly, which just tanks a Doom to the face. That was Spirit Siphon. Will mean that he will be a secondary casualty of war, and they have the creep wave coming in here. They have a little bit of extra mana from the stick, so if Thug wants to, he can just pop his ultimate. They can do a lot of damage to this tower here. They have Skylark there, Gyrocopter, which is quite scary at this stage in the game. And yeah, Glyph already forced down. Still gonna do a tremendous amount of damage here to this tier 2. Once again, at Finem, not really in a position to fight this, just yeah, even though Always on Fire does have a level 6 now, so Static Storm is available if you can catch some of them inside of it. Problem is you don't really have the follow up. The one big thing would be the Invoker combo, but Iceberg are now getting started. The lane that he's had, he needs some time on the back of his Midas to get his levels. Speaking of levels, maybe next time actually, not quite level 6 just yet, it's the only one in this entire game. He's fallen behind quite a bit. Not willing to leave too much from Madara in the bottom lane, but it looks a bit, but let's spend some time doing some pulls. This is Necrobook, so it's gonna tank up the Lycan, gonna amplify his damage output tremendously. Obviously with the Necro creeps also benefiting from that Feral Impulse aura plus the Howl, which he's not gonna max out until later. Now, that's the time for Roshan actually. There's a Treant in here, so Finem knows that this is going on. They definitely have a lineup that can fight it. With the call down here. That being said though, they do not have a Death Ward, they do not have a Doom, and most importantly, they do not have an Exorcism. So all of these things are in favor of Team Spirit. Now the Rock comes out, setting Storm on the dark here, so he can't really do anything. And now a lot of damage being done with the call down, but not quite enough to really bring anyone down. And Spirit trying to get the hell out there while still dishing out the damage. Maybe next time we'll learn to fall into right clicks after Thug. Now Skylark looking for a target here, but can't really do this alone. Actually, almost able to bring down Iceberg in 1v1 fight. Spartan's doing just came off cooldowns. He throws it out to at least secure that Aegis was not the fight that AF could take. Sure, giving over an Aegis is never something that you want to do up against a Lycanthrope. Team with a Lycanthrope, I should say, because Lycan itself is not this Aegis carrier. Defeating 4 heroes away because of it, when you don't have your big ultimates up and running right at the start of the fight, kinda hurts. But also Thug being caught in that Static Storm is the only one, but he couldn't spam on the stuff. Now Iceberg actually caught in the front. Hey, Status welcome there. He will end up falling. Throw a little Sunstrike. A little bit of counter damage, but okay, Full Splits are pretty good, I heard. Actually able to finish off the Witch Doctor somehow. And he might have had Cold Snap on top of him too, but as it stands at Finem, gonna let them stand on by itself. Look to push down another tower, so I know that they're at a pretty good spot in this game in terms of momentum, despite that loss at the Rush Pit, so looking to try and make that count by picking up another tower, as long as they still can. For the same reason, they want to go high ground right now. Level 2 Exorcism coming up. Only Goblin here right now to defend, and he's not at a point where he can really do that, despite having the Dragonlance. These Exorcist birds will tear through him, so they're gonna need a good Static Storm, they're gonna need a glimpse on one at the very least. Spot Colin comes out. Gnome is quite tanky here, but with the pure damage from the Sunstrike, they have enough to burst through him quickly, so they will hold on to the tier 3, but only barely. Want to find more, they smoke up immediately here. Funny, does not quite have a blink, but he's pretty damn fast. This Madara TP's out on the side, so won't be able to get anyone by the looks of it. Closest one is Thug, and he is pretty damn fast. What's Illidan here with his wolves, his ultimate form, being pretty much faster, obviously. And actually get in range here, goes for a couple of body blocks, but now the Yield Scepter will keep him away.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Nothing else would come of that, so Team Spirit's still at a net loss, even though they do bring down that Doom. I think Finem's gonna be happy with that. Barton still got his Vladimir's offering completed, so he can match that. And nice little roar here onto Thug. He did not expect Team Spirit to still hang around there for some reason. Misplay perhaps out of positions, and with that, all of a sudden momentum once again in favor of Team Spirit. At least in this mid lane, Spartan trying to run away. Twice about it. Next time taking up the top here, this could be huge. If Team Spirit don't get this now, they will figure out what's happening with the Chaos coming in. Still holding on to the Death Ward, the tier 2 will fall. Keeping denied, nicely done by Spartan.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Was an opportunity for Finem to maybe throw the cast and get some extra control in. The Madara was there. Just create chaos with the call down and get a good Death Ward off, but Aaron Skylark and other plans. Not taking, not 1 or 2 towers up in his top lane, so all the other tier towers are taken care of now. Dire's side. Take a look at net worth, and Team Spirit actually still ahead now. These 2 towers that they got themselves in the big Roche fight, and in terms of net worth, it was a huge boost. Also in terms of experience, obviously. In general, they're just farming more efficiently right now, but looks of it. Iceberg obviously with Midas helping out tremendously. Like him throw can farm rather quickly. Not as quick as some other carriers can obviously, but still. Yeah, he's sitting on top of that dwarf shot, has a level 3 necro. Can go for treads at some point if he wants to, but Dasher would also be something that you could find useful. Try and get a little bit of extra lockdown in the market. Finem, they feel the pressure. They want more, they want blood, they're smoked up. They have all the ultimates available here, and they might just run into Phonic here throughout the Doom, there's some good magic. Bottom as well, but a little bit of interference of Iceberg up at the top. Back, popped his ultimate, but not quite caught in Static Storm. They need a bit of a glimpse to get him back. Now, once he's gonna bring down Iceberg and Goblik, but all of a sudden, there's everyone else here on the side of Team Spirit, and Goblik starts hitting hard. Skylark will fall, same for Thug. And Finem just going in a little bit too deep here. Without having all the support that they needed. Madara and Witch Doctor, they went quite there, up there. Together with Thug and Skylark TPing in. As good as the exorcism can be, if you run into more or less 5 heroes, it's not gonna carry you through without an Octarine. As it stands at Finem, lose a couple of core heroes again. Markov is still doing well, he's 0-0, but he's also 1-0-1. However way to phrase it, but my point is he doesn't have any deaths, but he doesn't have too many kills either. Or assists for that matter, so... Just seeing right here is not that gyrocopter that rotates out level 6 and 7 and just helps push down lanes and find kills. It's kind of gyrocopter that just has been dodged for the most part by Team Spirit. Shan should be back up soon as well. Minutes, so that's probably one objective that Team Spirit is biding their time for still. Also get that these next bigger items and some of the heroes. I mean, we talked about Illidan, any options for him. Enchantress looking for the Agnum Scepter obviously, so Goblik going for that more or less standard build. Ace Drums, Dragonlance into the Ags. Take a look at Invoker. Iceberg with a terrible laning start, obviously he's 4, 7 and 9 still. Not a favorable scoreline, but with a Midas he's actually been able to put himself at the boss Gyrocopter even. In the second net worth slot. He's also level 13, so he's at a point where he can really contribute a lot. Gold, perhaps a Blink Dagger now, so to get that extra bit of mobility, he also went for the Boots of Trouble for a similar reason. Same time, he can also save up for an Agnum Scepter if he wants to. Wouldn't hate that. Make sure they can cycle through the spells pretty quickly. This game though, you can probably get away with not picking up the axe because you also have the Disruptor who provide a decent amount of deep control until BKBs can come out and Finem. You also have the Beastmaster obviously with that draw who Panic will definitely be going for the Blink Dagger now after his own Necro Freeze. So he'll have that extra initiation, but yeah. Berg really values the mobility and that follow-up potential as well. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Yeah, at Finem, Skylark, a bit of a split push slash fighting hybrid build. Not going for that Agnum Scepter route, probably not gonna work too well this game. At least not going for it just yet. He might just decide to go back for it. It's decent wave clear in Team Spirit, but at the same time, nothing really takes the cake outside of the Invoker Meatball or something like that. If he wants to go for that route, if he feels the need to have to put on more pressure by pushing out the side lanes, decide to go on that. But right now, all he has the Maelstrom plus the phase drums. Can right click decently well, and can also split push the lanes with that, obviously. Gyrocopter, Sanjin Yasha in his inventory. Now looking for that BKB, and that's something that's absolutely needed. Against the Disruptor as well as the Invoker. Thing is, BKBs or these kind of things aren't your only worries right now. Goblik is getting closer to his own Agnum Scepter. Even right now, so we need to bump down to find out now. Madara gets gone off by Ultimate Flying Goblik. He runs straight next to him to try and mitigate some of that impetus down, but he still end up falling quickly. Therefore not doing enough. Perhaps Skylark TPing in. Like just TPing out though, and this sense of some just in time for Spartan. Go like that is untouchable, plus the heal is so obnoxious to deal with. Still gets doomed up, gets body blocked by treants. Such a huge commitment of four position enchantment was killed. It's still worth it here. That's a wicked 6-3. Along the way of Skylark, so let's see what he wants to do with that kind of money. Bring down Madara, probably worth it overall. Not in terms of metrics here, according to the fight for UK, but trying to keep him low, trying to keep him away from the BKB, so he can still have that control factor from the Invoker as well as the Disruptor. Let's go back to my point though. I mean, those aren't your only worries, but taking those worries away will mean that you have a lot better chance, much higher chance I should say, to actually take team fights if you had Finem.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Looking to defend the top lane by the looks of it. Illidan will figure out what's happening when TP's in. I'll call it quits. Illidan actually went for the Fusel Blade now. That's an interesting choice. When you do see these the Assault Cuirass or something like that, just more pushing oriented items, or the Basher here who wants to right click people down, but the Fusel Blade actually similar purpose really, just slow people down, make sure that you can keep right clicking with the insane amount of damage that you get from the ultimate. There's nothing really that you would want to purge. I don't think this Ghost Scepter's coming anytime soon. But still, just for the slow, it's going to be useful, I think. Also much more reliable than the Basher, obviously. Probably still go back for the Abyssal Blade at some point. For now, the Fusel Blade, not the worst. Okay. Roshan is back up, both teams know about it. Both teams are actually in position to fight, so this could be big. Then who finds the right initiation. Doesn't quite have a lot of mana to play with though. Zone up for his exorcism. Not for a couple spirit sirens, that might not matter here. They find him inside. There's no Nimbus rune though. Do they have detection? Sure they do actually. Yeah. Looks of it, the Dark Blue Weave staying alive. Now there's a Doom coming out. Always want to fly. It ends up taking out the damage from time. Go back to the crowd. As well as the Devil Evil Fall. Nice little roll to cancel that out and finish off the Witch Doctor in the back. And now Dark gets run down by Illidan. Just to stop that exorcism damage from coming out, but it was already being done. Spartan now being cleaned up by Phonic and Iceberg. Make a 3-for-3 trade out of it. Losing the Lycanthrope means that they can't easily take this Roche unless they... What am I saying? Never Beast Master here. That right clicks all these summons still on the field. I mean, those double Necrobooks we have from both Phonic as well as Lycan, so you can tell how much damage it did. Whatever they focused on was pretty much dying pretty damn quickly, and also losing a lot of mana, so... Teamfight prowess definitely there for Team Spirit. It could have been much different if Dark didn't have that Imdasune or Team Spirit had detection. If Dark got caught out in the river here, he wouldn't have been able to get his exorcism off, and that's the biggest damage output right now. It's 25 minutes in, magical damage from Gyrocopter starts falling off. Not quite there yet. Having to build the BKB obviously means that you don't have a lot of physical damage coming away. Oh, it does have the Alpha Wolf, which helps tremendously here if that one stays alive, obviously. Or 240 a pop, something. Yeah. Point still stands, Roshan still up for grabs in both teams. But last time they went for smoke around to try and take a team fight. So to be more favorable as it stands, they're just gonna bullet, try and take that fight right now. Try and take Roshan, falling pretty quickly. They're Finem, they're in a position to fight, but the biggest thing is they don't have that exorcism anymore. They used it for the last fight. Overall, Team Spirit coming out ahead. Just friendly Invoker. As I mentioned before, Illidan on the Lycanthrope, not the best Aegis carrier, because if you pop your ultimate then you die. Come back with the Aegis, you don't have your ultimate anymore, so it's such as the nature of transformation heroes. The reincarnation. Just give it to the Invoker, definitely useful to have. Go in gung ho. start spamming some spells and not really care whether he lives or dies, and then you can come back and do the same thing again. He does have the Agnum Scepter now, so you can also rotate through those spells pretty damn quickly with max level Invoke as well. That's a 2-second cooldown and no mana cost. Wouldn't be too surprised to see him go for Nocturne next as well. What's this? Illidan. Okay, Arcane Rune. That makes a lot of sense. Duration 18 seconds, so about a 2-second cooldown with the Arcane Rune. Just wants to make use of that. Push a little bit. Shove value lost. Alright, so more items coming out. Goblaka almost has that Agnum Scepter. Not quite as fast as he would have wanted perhaps, but been a target in these last couple of team fights. About 1,000 gold away. Scarlet, don't not TP in there. Not finish that TP. Then again, still out the Arcane Rune, so wants to use that ultimate again. Everyone's super fast. Cannot find anyone out of position though. If we look at what AF is doing right now, they're grouping up, they're spending a lot of time just being scared for the most part. Gonna try and break out now on the back of the smoke. Might catch a couple of Team Spirit's heroes. Might be able to outnumber them. We've got Phonic in the middle lane. Does the Boots of Travel come up? Same for Iceberg really, but some of these heroes get picked up quickly that might not be quick enough. Let's talk about the items that have been picked up. We got the Blink Dagger on Doom just recently completed. He also holds on to the gem. So any sort of inner shenanigans Team Spirit could be pulling. Not that there's any invis apart from Ghostwalk. Mostly for dewarding the gem. But yeah, that Blink Dagger is the biggest issue. Just blink in, can throw the Doom on particular instance, probably Disruptor. Just try and bring it down, make sure they can drop down the Static Storm. It's gonna be big here, they can make that happen. Darkness jumps out, Blink Doom action, go back, his Static Storm comes out. Not quite zoning up quite as well as it should really, so I'm gonna have to try and scramble. Everyone's just still silence up quite a little bit. Roar in the back though, gonna try and turn it around. Skark, first one to fall, Icon still fighting on 1v1 up against Madara, has a BKB there, so can't really damage him. There's only the Aegis going down, nice cast team between Illidan and the Necro Creep here, they'll bring down Lycanthrope. Now it's always want to fly, go black and Phonic, and like they can do enough damage here between that impetus. Iceberg being dragged down though, they still hold on to the gem on spot. As I said, it goes to work with a lot of help now. Bit of a turnaround, always on 5, force them back, and TP out should be successful. Back and forth here. Lycan as well as Invoker going down. A bit of an issue there for Team Spirit. That did mean also buyback Nature's Prophet, I didn't quite see that, but Finem at this point they're just holding on as much as they can, trying to keep the waves pushed out. I don't know what these pings are, but yeah. Try and keep the waves pushed out, make sure the Team Spirit can't really split push you down as well, because they're pretty good at that. Both can do it if he wants to, Lycanthrope obviously, very good push out by his lonesome, and then you have the Beast Master who can fulfill the same kind of role. So, what you want to do is keep the lanes pushed out, make sure to minimize the damage that you take into your own base. In the meantime, just keep farming up. Dark has a Shiva's Guard now. At the Octarine, but with the physical damage coming out. As well as that huge mobility from Team Spirit as well. I mean, obviously you can't really do anything up against Lycanthrope when he's in his ultimate form, but apart from that, having the Shiva's Guard, make sure that you can keep these people away from you. It's gonna be helpful, and not to mention that attack speed's low. You need something like that up against the Inner Beast aura. Enough here. Swilden just runs right in, doesn't care. Roar, Smart, he will fall immediately. That's a jump on the deck. They're looking for more. Nice little cast once again, keeps Illidan in his tracks. Maybe next time though, gets glimpsed back in time. Oh, we just secondary kill with Goblak taking that one up on long range. Recently completed Agnum Scepter, showing it off. Style. Now they're in a position to bring down the top tier 2, as this wave, as I just mentioned, it was not pushed out far enough. And some more free gold going the way of Team Spirit. If you take another look at the graph, that's put them to about 10k advantage. Experience well in their favor here at 14k, so they've been doing a really good job. Just keeping control of the map, keeping control of the farm, starving it, Finem out. EF had to spend a lot of time sitting in a base, not really able to team fight as much as they maybe wanted to. So start a little bit too late. Look at Madara now, just a couple of right clicks from Goblak brings them down to half health. This is not a position that you want to be in if you're the one position carry. Finem, I feel like they need to find more pickoffs, but Team Spirit, whenever they get close to the base, they start grouping up, not really exposing themselves. They get greedy, farm in the jungle. Goblak might be a target, same for Funnick on the Beastmaster. Smoke is going towards the lane and not towards the jungle right now. Goblak perhaps being a good scouter, throwing in some of these treants and also the balls. Hit the balls obviously from Team Spirit, so nothing will come of that smoke. That's the end result. Once again, at Finem, they're all grouped up behind Madara, want to try and bait him out. Not really getting any farming done. At the same time, Team Spirit at this stage, or at this instance I should say, really doing that either. Figured out that there was a smoke happening, I suppose. Not seeing anyone pushing out the lanes or the jungle with this observer ward. An easy thing to figure. Yeah, at the end of the day, things are looking quite grim for the Greeks. Iceberg has his own BKB, so to take as much damage, or not gonna be controlled up as much. Still a lot of physical damage actually on that ward in. Shocker also working for the Agnum Scepter, but you also have to buy a lot of the wards, especially now that the gem is on the deck. Stocking up on these sentries, so he's not gonna get that Agnum Scepter for a while. He'll dish out a decent amount of damage here with the Death Ward, but in a full 5-on-5 team fight, it's not going to take long for Team Spirit to catch on to that. Just focus a couple of right clicks on top of him. It really needs Ghost Scepter or Glimmer Cape or something like that. Ghost Scepter to just try and stop that from happening. But right now, what they need to stop is just push down on the bottom lane. A couple of creeps and almost as many summons. Goblak here, just gonna go long range artillery down. That's Axe will do that to you now. Link, Doom on top of Goblak once again. Oldham just pops the ultimate to run away. That's the exorcism being used, and that's a big win. Skylark actually teleports across, links across. I don't know what he did, but he's fucking dead. Same spot here. He's caught in the front line now. Madara, maybe next time that you're trying to run away. Not only the most available here there is, he just needs to get in range. We're slowed down by a cooldown. That was not gonna happen here. The field lane up to attack. But Stomp will miss. From Spartan Tiki, but look at this damage here, the impetus! Here's Goblak dominating streak, no buybacks from either one of these guys. The exorcism all but wasted. Team Spirit not really in range to take any damage from that now. The spirits are coming back, Flint dug up. Now it doesn't have the damage up, but Madara pops the BKB and tries to get him off. Looks like that will be successful for the time being, but can't really approach Goblak. Be warded away for all this damage output from the impetus. This is something that can sneak up on you. I guess the creeps did some work up top. He actually didn't quite notice that, but fight still rages on. Cooldown once again coming here for cooldown. Keeping Team Spirit away, taking care of these creeps. No Rax has fallen just yet, which is the biggest thing. Illidan with another ultimate here. That cast will not bounce. Now, the field blade comes back maybe next time. And falling here, the rocket could have been an issue. And yeah, that's Iceberg actually coming in front of what the hell? How's the damage gonna come coming from all of a sudden? To catch him, that'll probably be the call for Team Spirit to get the hell out. They would still lose Always Wanna Fly. Goblak as well trying to TP. He's not gonna stand up to the damage. They'll lose 3 heroes on the retreat without actually getting a set of racks. The god was the Witch Doctor here in that last attempt at the high ground. Just with that, I mean, obviously if you're so far ahead in this in a game like this, you're gonna give up a lot of golden experience here. Gyrocopter got about 3k, same for Thug, in terms of experience and a lot of gold coming over. It means perhaps an Octarine on the horizon for Death Prophet. Gyrocopter has the butterfly as well. Staying alive there was pretty crucial, honestly. You had to constantly spam out the flag cannon, get rid of the summons as well as the creeps, and spam out the cooldown for the same effect. Letting Team Spirit out, so they couldn't really find an angle on top of him. All they really could find was Witch Doctor or the Doom. Skylark just blinking in aggressively. I think Skylark is also sitting at 4.3k gold. If he wants to, he can pick himself that Magnums up to now. If he just wants to put on pressure on the lanes. Same time, I always like to see him continue to go for more of a fighting build. They can help with team with something like a cheap stick. Go and miss, I think. Upgraded the Fusel Blade actually for Lycanthrope after the BKB, so I'm not coming back for the Basher just yet. Just wants to have these extra charges. Finem, he found himself an invis when he fights Madara. He needs to mount his TP on top of the Hawk to walk him down, Sunstrike. Smart is here though with the counter initiation isn't gonna be enough. Plenty of Pokemon here from Team Turbo, BKB and Madara leads, and a lot of the damage is being stopped, but not the Infinite. Butterfly though, the Butterfly made it. Kept him alive long enough for the rest of Finem to make a 3-for-1 trade out of it. And all of a sudden, a lot of extra lifeblood once again flowing through Finem. They might just be able to take a Roche off of this. Not the Gyro's hard, but they might have to commit the exorcism. But taking it away from Team Spirit now is absolutely huge. Yeah, that's exactly their thinking as well. Finem comes out. Andrus has it. Beastmaster has it too. Want to fight here, that's absolutely amazing combo from Iceberg here, catches a couple. Maybe next time we'll fall first. Now Thug with a BKB, trying to stay alive, Spartan here, still can't come out of the Static Storm. So he's quite low on health points, as Thug, he just has to carry it up. Goblak will get the life, but it's by the kinetic fields, making sure they can't really fall as Iceberg. 1v1 up against the Doom, will take that fight now, up against Skylark. Can't quite take that, dumps back. Ransom to always want to fly at Sunstrike will miss, but it doesn't end up mattering. Triple kill for Iceberg at the end. Dark just not quite enough. He was being dragged away by by the Enchantress. Didn't quite decide on the target that it needed to, which was the Invoker here, Iceberg. Coming into his zone, making sure to his team was back, more or less. Securing this Roshan is absolutely huge. Dark is back just in time. Not Dark I mean Lycanthrope. Time to help out as well. Give him the Aegis to some round with the cheese onto Iceberg, so Illidan can kind of walk up, slow siege a little bit. Have the Aegis power, then the BKB, and then ultimate and all that kind of jazz. Spirit heading another power spike now, thanks to that play. Octarine done on the Invoker, so Iceberg can put it even more frequently. There's a refresher orb on the Beastmaster. So probably the bigger thing even. Double roar. One roar is good, but two is fantastic. Especially up against the Gyrocopter, right? That's Gyrocopter and Thug are the biggest issues, and Thug is only a problem if he has the exorcism going. It's not a cooldown, or you can't really kite him around. So either you spend a roar on each, try to burst him down, or you spend 2 rolls on Madara. Surely you have enough time to actually bring him down, because with that Butterfly, with the Satanic, with the BKB, he's quite survivable. Oh, MKBs and anything just hit inside the Spirit. Now smoking it back. Want to obscure the positioning a little by the looks of it. Now Glypka already forced out. Middlerax are taking down, Spirit side can come out. There's a Blink Roar onto Dark will bring down on the landing. There's a double roar onto him actually. Gotta keep Madara alive, Dark will fall though. Now they have to focus on Madara a little, dropping quite low, but it does have the Aegis. Remember now Goblak comes in with the Impetus. There's quite a lot of Iceberg here with the disarm. Madara, it's not the BKB anymore, so just straight up forward, doesn't have buyback. Next isn't going, but now Thug is still one left standing in front line. He will trigger the Aegis. They actually have enough damage here. Of course they do. Goblak, being the true carrier here, makes sure that that's a dieback for Death Prophet, and with that, we'll take it to the racks. It might just be game right here, right now. Iceberg doesn't even care about the Doom at this stage. The 2 biggest cores down without buyback. Do a note as well. Our head file. Okay. Hey, yeah, probably just take some time thinking it over before calling it GG. But maybe next time we'll just get 3-shot by the Enchantress then. Huh? Okay, never mind. Looks like they still want to fight. They will get always want to fly. They don't have Glyph and the Ancient is in trouble. Timing from him, actually. I don't know. Normally, GG would have been called here. It seems would have gone for the rags. Didn't feel comfortable winning. But yeah, they didn't just be able to deal with that. But Nightmare coming back in, kind of pressure off of the zone. It just pops everything up on the field. GG well played this call, and what a good game it was. And we're back and forth here at Finem. Almost felt like they had an avenue back into this game for like 10 minutes at a time, where they were finding kills, were finding the towers early on in the game. Couldn't quite convert that. They couldn't stop the Roshans. They couldn't really keep the lycanthrope from running just at you, which comes back to the lack of disables that they actually had.